Good evening and welcome to the Millennium Stadium here at Post Office Road. This all important round 12 Betfred Championship clash between the old rivals, the Featherstone Rovers and Halifax Panthers. It's Friday night, 20th of June 2025. Halifax looking to build on last week's encouraging draw away at Widnes with another away match with our old bitter rivals. As the atmosphere builds up to kick off, let's go through the teams first and foremost with the Panthers. Only one change from the team last week, with Ben Crooks coming in for Charlie Graham in a like-for-like swap. It's Ben Crooks' 200th career appearance as well. Massive congratulations to him. So the team as follows from last week: number 23, David Nofaluma; number 2, Ben Tibbs; and 5, James Saltonstall on the wings, with captain Ben Crooks and the ever-impressive Alfie Johnson in the centres. James Bernal at 6 and Jack Hansen at 7 continue their half-back partnership. Brandon Douglas wears 8, Will Calcott wears 17 in the front row, along with Tom Inman Hooking at 14. In the back row, the always impressive Owen McCarron and drinking with a fountain of youth at 35, number 12, Adam Tagatar, with Maxime Job keeping his place, locking the scrum wearing 22. No events of facts, number 9, Adam O'Brien; 13, Jacob Fairbank; 33, Leon Cowan; and 34, Nolan Tapea, with Charlie Graham as the 18th man for Kyle Eastman's men. And then on Featherstone Rovers, they line up number 1, Caleb Akins; number 23, Connor Wynn; and number 5, Gareth Gale on the wings. Always danger men for Featherstone side, alongside 20, Josh Hardcastle at centre, and the recent sign from Sheffield, 29, James Glover. Diminutive half-back partnership, number 6, Ben Reynolds, always seems to turn up against Halifax, and 28, Ryan Hampshire. Front row, 16, King Bunny Ayawa; and 10, Jimmy Beckett, with Will Chubb wearing 9 at hooker. And a formidable back row, 11, Brad Day; 17, Clay Webb; and 13, Danny Addy at loose forward. Then on the bench for the Rovers, number 8, ex-Halifax man Gadwin Springer; 14, the always dangerous Connor Jones; 37, Nathan Wild; and 38, Pat Moran. I'm just waiting for the team to come out. The cheerleaders are out, the big flag's here. And it's quite a good travelling support behind those posts. Well, I say it is such a sticky, muggy night here. Both strength and conditioners will have earned the money tonight. It's going to be such an energy-sapping game. The teams come out onto the field. Featherstone led by their captain Danny Addy in Halifax, led by the much pleasing return of Ben Crooks. As you can hear, the Halifax Barmy Army behind the sticks doing their bit. So here we go. As I say, Halifax playing down the hill first half. Hopefully building up enough for the lead. It'll be Jack Hansen with the kick-off. Here we go, Hansen. Kicks left, not too deep. Brings Hampshire onto the ball, hands on to Springer. Big collision. But well wrapped up there. Douglas downstairs with Calcott. And Job up top. Here's there. Great shot there from Tom Inman. El Talboy, McCarron. It's 25 metres out from their own line. Here's Webb. Well dealt with there by Crooks and Calcott on his own 30 metre line. Job finds Addy. Good footwork to half get through the line. Brought the tackle of Inman, but good recruited tackle by Job and McCarron and Stev. In towards halfway. Here's Akins. Stopped on halfway and pushed backwards by Calcott. Job and Douglas. Last one for Fev. Just shy of halfway. Goes back to Hampshire. Puts it high. Expiring all over the place. Well claimed by Nofaluma though. No real pressure on him, but he still needs taking. And Nofaluma looking to counter-attack. And does well to get past the 20. Here's Saltonstall. Comes centre field. Halifax players asking for an eye tackle from the referee, but none come in as Saltonstall still going forward. Tackle 25 metres out, 35 metres out for his own. Here's Tibbs. Good challenge there by Reynolds. Inman. So his centre goes out wide. McCarron trying to beat the markers, but great tackle down low by Reynolds. And Halifax just shy of halfway. Inman hands on to Calcott. Goes more direct. Centre field. Great yards from Will Calcott will take us 10 metres inside the Featherstone half. Last tackle for the Facts. Inman goes back to Hansen. Hansen. Measured kick towards a corner. Crooks chasing. Wayne gets on the outside of Tibbs and Tibbs. Hansen there. Brilliant tackle by Hansen. Surely he's gone out of touch there. The touch judge ruling there. Connor Wayne kept to the field of play. And Tibbs. Got to be better defensively there. It's Fev. 35 metres out from their own line. Here's Hardcastle. Runs centre field. Takes on Calcott. But Calcott stands up well. Douglas downstairs and Tangata just locking the challenge in. Chubb goes right, short ball to Beckett, and Beckett makes some good yards there. 15 metres into Halifax half. Good tackle over from Tangata. Chubb jumps out with dummy half. Here's Hampshire. On ball out to Hardcastle. Great tackle there from Johnson. Nearly put him out of touch. But it's the last one here for Fev. 25 metres away from the line. Hampshire puts it high again. And no red kick this time. No one really claiming it. Oh, apart from Ben Crooks. Where did he come from? Leaping like a salmon to claim that. Brilliant save from Crooks. And Nofaluma surely taking high there, but the referee ignores it. Quick play the ball though. As Crooks carries on. Slips at the crucial moment. And it's a comfortable tackle in the end for Reynolds. Here's McCarron. Goes centre field. Takes on Jubb and Beckett. Put down by Springer. Down low. Halifax 30 metres away from their own line. Here's Douglas, just trundles the ball up. Good yards after contact. Inches past the 40 for Halifax. Last one. Goes back to Hansen. Hansen spirals it downfield. Splits full-back and winger. It's a good bounce. Eventually claimed by Akins, but it's a great chase from this blue and white wall of Halifax, who put him down 25 metres out of his own line. McCarron it was. Here's Wynn. Going centre field, tries to take on Joe, but Joe does well outside by Calcott. He's trying to get the ball away, but that's a knock on, and it's the first error of the game. And Tom Inman celebrates like it's a try, but one may well be coming. First error from either side. Silly offload from a Featherstone point of view, though. No need. And Halifax are the first real attacking opportunity of this game. Scrum down, 30 metres out, centre field. Lots of chat behind this scrum. Hansen breaking one way, Nofaluma the other. It comes to Nofaluma this side. Takes on the line. rides the tackle well, just goes down for his first. Slow play the ball, Inman, nice little dummy half. McCarran attracts the mark and takes his tackle 12 metres out from the Featherstone line. Inman finds it to Joe, on to Hansen. Hansen finds with Bernard, short ball to Tangata. Tries to turn the tackle for an offload, but the Featherstone defence wrap him up. Halifax have a little bit over on the left side if they need it, but they've come into this near side. Here's Douglas, thought about the pass, but just trundle it towards the post, Brandon Douglas. And wins the penalty for his side, offside. Referee ruling. Now, do Halifax go for the 2 or do they carry on? The message coming from the sideline from Kyle Eastman to go for the 2 points. But are the players going to overrule him? I think they are. Well, definite signals for 2 coming for the touchline. Halifax sends a try here as Job sets the play up round underneath the post. Inman finds Hansen. Short ball to McCarran. Bumps off one. Put down by Springer and Beckett. Halifax still less than 10 out from the Fev line. Inman finds it to Hansen. Just drops off for Calcott because he lost his foot in there. And Calcott just settles down again. Still tackles in the bag here for Fax. Inman maybe going for dummy half from Inman. Twisting and turning, but they just push him back. Great defence there from the Rovers. Calcott fills it dummy half. Finds Hansen. Hansen finds Tangata twisting the tackle, but great to tackle there from Day. Last one for the Panthers. Again, looks short on that left-hand side, but they come this near side. Hansen kicks towards the corner, looking for Crooks to take. He will take it out surely, but he's gone into Tim's hands. And Halifax score the first try of the evening. Brilliant play. And it's gone with the run of play. Halifax showing the patience there. Declining to go for the 2. They worked it left and right. Measured kick towards the corner coming in from Hansen. And Ben Crooks was obviously taken out by the Featherstone man, but it mattered not as the Featherstone man dropped the ball straight into Ben Tibbs' hands. And he won't score an easier try all season to make it his 9th try of the season for the winger. And Halifax have the try that their efforts deserve so far. 4 points to 0 with a kick to come. Just past the 7-minute mark here. As Hansen lines up his first attempt of the evening. 10 metres in from touch, 22 metres out on this near right hand side. Strikes it well, straight down the middle. Brilliant kick from Hansen. And Halifax are 6-0 up. And that small but vocal Halifax support behind the posts are very, very happy with that. Hopefully you can hear that, everyone. Hampshire gets us back underway. Straight into the hands of Nofaluma, who just runs it up straight, footwork at the line. Takes his tackle 25 metres out from the line. Inman, short ball to Calcott, close to the ruck, but Calcott dealt with comfortably enough by the Featherstone defence. Inman, swings right and goes left. I don't think anyone was really ready for that, but Douglas makes the most of it, making about 10 or so metres there. 10 shy of halfway. Inman does the same again, goes to Woodburn Hall, finds Tangata, trying to get his arm free, but just takes his tackle. On halfway for Fax. Inman finds Woodburn Hall, onto Job. Great tackle down low coming in from Springer. Last one for Fax, just inside the Featherstone half. Goes back to Hansen again, puts it high, not necessarily too deep, but he's still towards this wing. Will Win claim he does, and Tibbs does well. Nearly got him out to touch, but would have conceded a penalty. And Crooks working overtime in defence. Brilliant play there. Glover wraps up practically as soon as he caught the ball there. Here's Gale, always a danger man, but dealt with well enough. McCarran down low with him and Calcott up top. Just shy of the 40 metre line. Chubb finds Hardcastle. Pass looked a little bit flat there, shall we say. Play goes on though. Tackle from Douglas. Chubb Finds Addy, takes to the line again, another flat looking pass there. But again, well dealt with by McCarron and Calcott. Last one for Fev. Goes to Hampshire, no real pressure on him, puts it high. Nofaluma waits underneath, collects comfortably. Still a decent chase from Fev. As Nofaluma plays his ball 10 metres out from his line, here's Tibbs. Good yards there from Tibbs. Nofaluma goes blind, trying to keep the markers busy, but it's a great tackle there from Reynolds. Inman finds Saltonstall towards centre field, and he still makes yards going backwards. Plays his ball 35 metres out for the line. Hansen kicking early in tackle count. He skewed the kick, but it'll still go nicely. Oh, he's still going to the field of play. Great chase there from Halifax. Giving the ball away on our own terms, and Fev will start to set off 35 metres out from their own line. Here's Hardcastle, who's run strongly so far and gets the appreciation from the crowd. Put down by Tangatawa and Inman. Here's Day, will take Fev past halfway. Tackle coming in from Calcott and Job. Job waits a dummy half, finds Reynolds. Early ball to Funiayawa. Gets put down by McCarron. Reynolds just off for Addy. Tries to bounce off McCarron, but held on well. There's McCarron. Great tackle there from the second rower. Last one for Fev. Job goes centre field for Reynolds, and Reynolds puts it high towards the corner. Nofaluma takes comfortably enough again. No real pressure on him. He looks to counter-attack. Does the wing come full back? Nearly gets away. Just put down. Here's Saltonstall. Early pass to Johnston. Johnson maybe looking to counter-attack, but they put him down on that left-hand channel. Tangatawa at dummy half. Nearly get the forward pass to Saltonstall. Wiser keeps hold. I'll take Fax past their own 30. Inman, short ball to Douglas. Rides a tackle well, and Beckett and Day takes his tackle just over the 40 metre line. Inman surveys his options. Short ball to Job. Winds up. Still going backwards. Ella Saltonstall from the Frenchman. Takes fast past halfway. Last one for the Panthers. Goes back to Hansen, and again looking for this right hand side. Crooks and Tibbs chasing. Wynn tries to take on Tibbs on the outside, but does well. Manages to get the offload away. Great offload from Wynn. And Glover taken well by his ex-teammate Hansen, but the referee rules it was high. And it's taken Halifax nearly 13 minutes to make the first error of any kind. And even then, I think that was slightly harsh. As the ball nearly came towards the commentary box. Nearly a different kind of invader in the commentary box there. As Funiayawa bounced off Inman. Inman does well to go back for more. Little scrappy do of a defender, Tom Inman. Job finds Hampshire back on the inside to Dave. Inman involved in the tackle again alongside Tangata. Job, long ball to... Oh, Reynolds, oh, sure, that's a forward pass. The referee rules it's okay as Becky makes a break. Douglas shot out and tackled Reynolds. The man's get the ball away. Look forward to me. Back on the inside, here's Job. Important tackle coming in from Nofaluma. As Fev inside the Halifax 10 for the first time. Here's Reynolds. Takes it across the line. Finds Hampshire. Further on to Akins. They've got the overlap on the outside, and Gale's going to stroll in. And Fev strike back. I'd love to see the replay of that, because that pass from Reynolds to Beckett looks a mile forward to me. They say Douglas shot out the line to put pressure on him, and he certainly did look forward from the replay I've just seen there. Feather certainly got away with one there, and this is me trying to be impartial as always. But Featherstone, like I said before, first visit up to Halifax's try line, and they've come away with points thanks to the always dangerous Gareth Gale. I can't remember a game where he's played against us and he hasn't scored. And after 15 minutes here at the Millennium Stadium at Post Office Road, it was Featherstone 4, Halifax 6 with a kick to come. And Reynolds will shape up on that far touchline, less than 5 metres in, 21 metres out. But if there's anyone who can land it, it's Ben Reynolds, such a good goal kicker in his career. And the fans over there will tell you he has landed it. And after Alex, you can see Halifax dominating really the first quarter of an hour. The game's all level up now, 6 points apiece. As Hansen gets us back underway again. Deep left to the try scorer Gale, but he's well marshalled there by Halifax defence. Pushing back a few metres, led by Tangata. Slow play the ball here, Springer fresh onto the field of Yayawa and meets the full force of a Brandon Douglas tackle. Quick play the ball though, Jubb finds Addy, takes it to the line. Makes some good yards there. Eventually stopped by Inman. Here's Beckett, who's breaks, set up the platform for Featherstone to strike, but well marshalled there by Inman and Calcott. Less than 10 away from halfway, Jubb finds Addy. Out of the back to Hampshire, further on to Aikens. Here's Hardcastle, sets back on the inside. Soft defence there from Johnson, needs to do better there. Tangata puts him down, last one for fair, but no pressure on Hampshire, who puts another spiralling bomb upfield. And Nofaluma claims well. Spies a little gap there, there's Nofaluma. Oh, nearly got through, but Aikens locked up the tackle. Scrappy play the ball, Inman finds Saltonstall, runs centre field, looking to spy a gap between Beckett and Springer, but the two prop forwards do well as Saltonstall brought down on his own 30. Again, slow play the ball. Inman finds Tibbs with head of steam, but good shot there coming in from Clay Webb. Quick play the ball though, Inman looking for the 40-20. Lovely kick there from Tom Inman, he's just going to go short. Still a great kick though coming in from Inman from dummy half, but just misses out on his trademark 40-20 from dummy half. And Fev will have to play the ball 23 metres away from their own line, centre field. Now can Halifax just control this now, giving the ball away on our own terms? Can we defend and restrict Featherstone's yardage on our own terms now? As Calcott, Tangata and Douglas make the tackle on Beckett. Here's Springer, great tackle down low from Inman, up top by Job and McCarran. Quick play the ball though, Job jumps out and finds Addy, steps back on the inside, makes the half break. Inman with an important tackle coming in. Quick play the ball though, Job jumps out again. Good tackle there from McCarran, ball and all, helped out by Hansen. Here's Hampshire, finds Addy, onto Hampshire. Throws a dummy, but Tangata and Woodburn all do well. Fev, 25 metres out from the fast line on the last tackle. Hampshire digs the ball over, looking for the fifth chase, but Nofaluma's there. Perfect positioning there. Nearly missed the half break away. Hampshire with a really important tackle there. And again, scrappy play the ball. The referee don't want to know. Saltonstall stopped by Jubb 15 metres out. And the referee ruling at the play of the ball 6 and 2-3s, and he's still not happy with the play of the ball. Well, if he's scrappy, then give the penalty, referee. If not, then let the game go. Finally away as Tibbs nearly run into his own man Leon Cowan, who's come onto the field. I think he's come on for Brandon Douglas, Leon Cowan. Yeah, I think Dougie's gone off. Anyway, here's Job. We'll take Halifax past the 30. Last tackle Coming up, Inman goes back to Hansen. Hansen has time to put a spiral bomb downfield. It's going to go over Aikens, is it? No. Does well to catch on the full. But against a decent chase from Fax, led by Owen McCarron and Ben Crooks, who put Aikens down on his own 30. As another danger man comes on for Featherstone, Connor Jones. And the ball comes loose. Halifax can go to counter-attack here. Woodburn Hall, who loves to try against Featherstone. Broken field ahead of him. He's still going Woodburn Hall. Throws a dummy. Big opportunity now for Halifax. 22 metres away from this Featherstone line. And Woodburn Hall is grabbing the back of the neck. Was that a bit of a crusher tackle coming in? Gets up to play the ball, but he still felt the force of that. As Cowan nearly makes the break. Oh, important tackle coming in from Webb. Quick play the ball though, Inman. Shoots left and goes right. Hansen takes to the line. Short ball to McCarron. Tries to bundle his way over the line. Stopped just short by Springer. Still tackles the bag here for Fax. Inman finds Hansen. Short ball to Job, and Job will just settle the play. Less than 10 out. Inman finds it to Hansen. Further on to Woodburn Hall. Out of the bat to Nofaluma. Short ball to Johnson. Further out to Saltonstall. Saltonstall's in the corner. And Halifax strike back. Near immediate fight back there. And James Saltonstall, in his testimonial year, goes on for his 6th try of the season. After 22 minutes, Halifax regained the lead. Brilliant play from right to left. Perfect fizzy pass from Inman to Hansen. Hansen onto Woodburn Hall. And the timing was brilliant for Nofaluma, chiming into the line. And on to Johnston. Johnston had enough power to get his arm free of his opposite number. And James Saltonstall, as he's done throughout his career, finishes off in the corner to give Halifax the lead. 10 points to 6 for the kick to come. But it gives Jack Hansen the trickiest conversion opportunity yet, as Maxine Job leaves the field to be replaced by Jacob Fairbank. Hansen, 20 metres out, right on that touchline on the far side. Here he goes. And he just pulled it to the right hand side. So the score remains here. Featherstone Rovers 6, Halifax Panthers 10. To the delight of those Halifax fans behind the posts. Not the usual large travelling support for obvious reasons. But by Jove, they're making a noise. As Hampshire gets us back underway. It's a big long kick collected by Tibbs, his own in goal, who runs towards centre field trying to spy a gap. But they pick him up and carry him towards his own line. Here's Fairbank, first touch of the ball since going on, and does really well. Great relieving run there from Fairbank, takes Fax 15 metres away from the line. Here's Cowan. Bumps off Springer. Springer comes off second best. Two big involvements there from Leon Cowan as Calcott takes over. Good yards there from the hometown boy. 3 men on, and he's still making yards forward. He's still going Will Calcott. He looks to the 40 metre line. Inman goes back to Hansen, kicking in the tackle count behind the 40. Split Springer and fullback. Oh, and he's just going to go dead, is it? Oh, that's so unlucky. He's just gone dead for a 7 tackle set for Fev. As Connor Wynn takes it up and makes 15 really good metres there for Fev. Calcott, Tangata and Inman with a tackle. Here's Gale. Again, great yards there. Fairbank and Cowan up top, no one down low until Inman came on. And his first 6 again in the game goes Goes to Fev. I think the referee's listening to the crowd a little bit here. And Fev on halfway has Springer. Drums the ball up. Takes on his ex-teammate in Tangata, but Tangata dominates in the tackle. Jones, short ball to Hampshire, steps back on the inside looking for a gap. Ryan Hampshire, just one step too many as Fairbank makes the tackle. And it's another 6 again for Featherstone. Halifax just keeping in too long as Featherstone within 15 metres of Halifax line. Have 6 more tackles. Halifax is just gifting him at the moment. Here's Beckett, short ball to Springer, bumps off Tangata, but Calcott holds on well. Sorry, Inman holds on well, my mistake. Jones goes right, Hampshire brings on Gale on the angle, but there's a wall of blue and white in front of him. Brilliant defence. Tangata, Johnston and Woodburn all there. Hampshire finds Reynolds, double pump. Short ball to the 5th man, Pat Moran, who's on fresh onto the field. Still going towards the line, Moran. But he's pushed back and the ball comes loose. Referee rules the penalty this time. Penalty for the ball steal. Now will Fev go for 2 to tie this game up? Or will they just tap and go and carry on this momentum? They've had 2 6 agains and now a penalty in this movement. And they tap and go as Beckett just sets up the play just to the left of Halifax's post. Jones finds Reynolds, on to Hampshire, finds Aikens, 3 on 2, but Aikens steps back inside. Oh, poor decision there. But important tackle there from Tangata. Fev less than 5 out. Here's Springer, takes on Calcott. Cowan comes in for reinforcements and puts him down. Tackles and baggy for Fev, they're stacking it left. Here's Hampshire, back to Aikens, finds Reynolds, tip tack, pass to Glover. Goes out to Win, sets back on the inside and Win goes over. And Fev do strike back. The pick-up from Glover looks a little bit dodgy, but fairly inevitable. 6 again, penalty. The pressure was always going to tell. And Connor Wynne, after 27 minutes, goes over the equalising try here. I say it looked, the pick-up from Glover looked very suspect. Oh, it's one of those where he caught the ball, but it kind of touched the floor as well. I'm not too sure. Let's give the benefit of the doubt of that one. It was nowhere near as clear cut as the first one, which was a mile forward. But Halifax just cannot afford to keep conceding possession. 6 again, penalties. Because this Fev side has got far too much experience in the likes of Reynolds and Hampshire at fullback, half back to punish. And now Reynolds has a chance to take the lead over Featherstone with his conversion attempt. Five metres in front touch on this near side, 20 metres out. Here's Reynolds as he guided it through. He has. What a kick that is. And that is the difference between the two sides here. Ben Reynolds, goal kicking. And Ben Crooks having a word with the referee here, possibly about the interpretation of some of what's going on in the tackle, because it seems that Halifax doing exactly what Featherstone doing the tackle and we're getting punished for it. So maybe the referee might even things up a little bit. Hansen, bit of a deeper kick off this time, collected by Hampshire. On to Moran, and Moran takes on Inman, and Inman does well. Held tall by Crooks and O'Brien fresh onto the field, who push him back well. Back towards his own try line. Here's Springer. Just trying to work out who O'Brien's come on for. It's Will Calcott who O'Brien's come on for. It's involved in the tackle once again alongside Tagatar. Alongside Beckett, who's in a great stint for Featherstone. Here's Moran, great tackle down low by Inman. Up top from Cowan. Early kick coming in from Hampshire. And Saltonstall, great control by the foot for the Saltonstall. Getting signed up for Halifax Town. Gets the pass away to Nofaluma, who bumps off the tackle of Glover, who does well. And again, messing around the tackle, but referee doing nothing about it. Here's Saltonstall again. Big shot there from Webb. And again, messing around with the play of the ball. The referee's just doing nothing about it here. Here's Tibbs, trying to take him on the outside. As Tibbs plays the ball on halfway, Crooks goes inside to McCarran, takes on Jones and Moran, who do well to put him down. 5 metres inside Featherstone's half. O'Brien, centre field to Fairbank. Short ball to Moran. Oh! To Perry was who was onto the field. No, Cowan it was. Last one. Woodburn Hall dabs it towards the corner. Gale collects. Johnson there. But Gale manages to stay into the field of play. Which is a great result there from Halifax. You know, those 80 metre set that. They look to push him back again. Fairbank leading the way. And Featherstone trying to milk a penalty once more. Day takes on Johnson and Woodburn Hall, but they do well. Put him down. Fairbank helping out again. Here's Gale. Takes on Inman. Inman does well. Up top and McCarran down low to finish off the tackle. As Fair only just out their own 20. Gale gets up gingerly from that tackle. Here's Moran. Good shot there from McCarran. As Featherstone haven't even made 30 metres out yet on the last tackle. Goes back to Hampshire. Deep kick downfield. Now will this bounce? Alright. No, it's a perfect bounce for Featherstone. Saltonstall collects. 5 metres out from the line. Will look to counter-attack. Takes on Webb. It's a decent return for Saltonstall. Will play it 25 metres out of his own line. And again, second effort from Featherstone going unpunished. As Nofaluma makes some decent yards upfield. Scrappy play of the ball. This time it's Jones who's holding on. And Nofaluma again. Nofaluma is going to give the penalty away. He's giving away the penalty for dissent, but you can't blame him. The penalties only seem to be coming one way at the moment. He's just frustrating the players. Adam O'Brien at this time having a word with the referee. There's no difference between, if anything, it's Featherstone who are holding on longer and doing the more messing around. And there's no penalties or 6 against coming. And David Nofaluma should really know better from experience, but it's hard not to blame him. And the referee's having a word with him again. Halifax has got to keep the composure here. Less than 8 minutes to go till half time, and Fev from another penalty at 10 metres out. Reynolds out the back to Hampshire, further on to Aikens. Aikens, early ball to Glover, takes on Crooks. Important tackle coming in from Tibbs there. Glover got rid of Crooks far too easily there. Here's Reynolds, short ball to Wild off the bench. Good collision from O'Brien and Cowan there. But still tackles the bag here for Featherstone. Reynolds breaking late. Oh, what a shot there coming in. Ho-ho! Who's that from? I think it's from McCarran there. Brilliant tackle. Oh, and a brilliant tackle there. And Halifax celebrate like they've scored a try there. But is the referee going to rule a knock on here? You just don't know this referee at the moment. No, Halifax do get the ball. Thank God for that. I say at the moment, from my crib sheet, Featherstone have had 3 penalties and 2 6 against, and Halifax have had 1 penalty. And there's not that much of a difference between the two sides in terms of attitude and execution at the moment. Here's Crooks from the scrum. Put down by Wild and Webb. Here's Saltonstall close to the rope, but good tackle coming in from Reynolds. Chopped him down at the knees. Quick play the ball though. Here's McCarran. O'Brien using the blind side again. Here's Tibbs. Good footwork at the line, but Featherstone defence do well. Still going Tibbs, looking for a quick play of the ball. And the referee's just not making a decision. If he'd have given a knock on against Tibbs, then he would have been fine. But surely should have been a penalty for Fev. Oh, anyway, Fairbank plays the ball 5 metres inside Featherstone's half on the last. Hansen puts it high. Quinn collects. Tries hand off Crooks, but Tibbs comes in really well. And the ball comes loose. And the referee's given another penalty to Featherstone. The referee ruling that it was reefed. As Halifax's frustrations are just boiling over here at the minute. There's Hampshire with a relieving penalty for Fev. We'll take him 15 metres shy of halfway. It's a great run there by Webb. Put down by Crooks. Jones using the blind side. They've got another man overlap and Jones makes a break midfield. Goes out and Crooks intercepts. Vital. Captain's not there because Fev were over for the try. If Jones' pass would have been a little bit more powerful, it was in the hands of Reynolds. He was over, but Ben Crooks chasing back, got his hand to it and intercepted. How important could that be in the context of this game? Featherstone still 2 points ahead, 12 points to 10 with less than 5 to go. Till the half-time hooter. Fairbank, short ball to Cowan on halfway. A bit of a hospital ball, but Cowan does well. Here's Inman. Off on the road. That's surely a tonight tackle, but the referee rules not. Last one, Halifax 10 metres inside Featherstone's half. Hansen puts it high again. This time Aikens underneath it, collects comfortably, but it's a good chase there, led by Hansen. Tackle made by McCarron. Reynolds finds Gale, and Gale bumps off Hansen. And what's he giving the penalty there for? He was offside. And Hansen, I'm not too sure what Hansen's supposed to do there. And this time it's Halifax players shouting, so could he Adam Tangata there just shouting discipline to the players. 3.5 minutes to go. Stays the scoreboard as Fev with the penalty. Go 10 metres inside Halifax's half. Jones fires it to Reynolds. Further on to Hampshire, short ball to Moran. Moran gets put down by 3 fast defenders. Cowan, O'Brien and Tangata. Centre field. Jones goes right. Hampshire takes the line, short ball today. Tangata involved in the tackle again. This time onside Inman and Woodburn all. Jones comes centre field to Hampshire. Hampshire takes it to the line, fires to Reynolds out the back. Long ball out to Wynn. Wynn takes on Tibbs on the outside, but Tibbs does really well. Back on the inside to Glover, who spins the tackle. Desperate defence going in from Halifax as Fev less than 10 out. Reynolds lofted ball to Hampshire. Hampshire will just take him on by himself, but good tackle there from coming from Fax. Last one, Fev, 5 metres out from the line. Reynolds grubbles it through, looking for the Halifax chase, but Noffeluma collects on the run. But they're going to get a penalty again, Featherstone, for a late tackle on the Featherstone man. In the last 5 so minutes, I can't remember a set where the penalty hasn't been given to Featherstone. And Featherstone, seeing that the time's about to go to 0, are going to go for the penalty shot at goal. Which, if I were Paul Cook, I'd be wanting to go for the try because they've just had so many attacking sets on Halifax's line. Maybe it was. I've just seen the replay and it was the Featherstone chaser was guided off the ball by the Halifax man. But it looks at the moment that the referee is looking for reasons to award Featherstone a penalty and not Halifax right now. So it gives Reynolds An opportunity to keep up his 100% record off the tee. "15 metres in from touch. 15 metres away from the try line on this near left-hand side. Perfect angle for a right-footed kicker. Which he does, just behind it from the outside post. So Featherstone stretched the lead out to 4 points from that penalty. And no doubt, it should be the easiest half-time team talk that Kyle Leesman's had to take so far this year. Just discipline, stop giving away the penalties, and we're well in this game. Hansen, surprising when a penalty for offside, the kick-off there. Good chase there from the Halifax defenders, who puts down the fifth man in Nathan Wild. Great tackle there, the ball's come loose. The ball's come loose, but he's not seen it. From Hardcastle, he didn't like it. Josh Hardcastle did not like the tackle from the little man there. And the ball came loose from my eyes. As the half-time hooter goes in this pulsating round 12 Betfred Championship clash here at the Millennium Stadium at Post Office Road. Halifax making the perfect start with an early Ben Tibbs try and Jack Hansen conversion. Gareth Gale struck back for Featherstone, and then James Saltonstall gave Halifax back the lead. But since then, the referees decided to just constantly blow his whistle for penalties for Featherstone. And Connor Wynn's try and Ben Reynolds, 2 conversions. The difference between the two sides here at half time. Massive 40 minutes coming from the second half. The half time score here is Featherstone Rovers 14, Halifax Panthers 10. Welcome back to the second half here at the Millennium Stadium at Post Office Road, where eventually the hooter sounds. It's been a back and forth first half. Halifax down the hill, got an early lead from Ben Tibbs. Gareth Gale struck back for Featherstone. Cheers, Saltonstall. Finished off the corner, and then Featherstone, with Connor Wynn trying a couple of Ben Reynolds goals. Ultimately, the difference at half time, 14 points to 10, as Hampshire gets us back underway. Nofaluma claims, waits for the onrushing Cowan from the back fence. Brilliant run there. Nofaluma finds Fairbank this time. Fairbank, good yards after contact, but Featherstone defenders managed to put him on his back 25 metres out from his own line. O'Brien shoots left and goes right, centre field to Inman. Early ball to Cowan again. Cowan nearly gets his arm free. Cowan's still going. He's had some decent touch to the ball so far, Leon Cowan. O'Brien comes centre field to McCarron. Oh, McCarron drops the ball under pressure from Webb. And I say, so wet and sticky, it might be proving the ball to be greasy. And Featherstone have played the ball to no one. Oh! Catch on the highlights later. Beckett with a brilliant run. Featherstone congratulating themselves. Forgot to put a dummy half there. Played the ball to no one. And Tom Inman just dived round and picked the ball up. Halifax got away with one. Here's Johnson. Great shot there from Gareth Gale coming in. Here's Tangata going towards centre field, but good shot there from Moran. Held out by Becky. O'Brien finds Fairbank. Early ball to Hansen. Out the bat to Nofaluma. Halifax body's in motion here. Nofaluma out wide to Crooks. Crooks loads a dummy. Goes back on the inside. Crooks makes the break. Can he find the man inside? He's Hansen. Hansen's away. And Hansen's underneath the post. Halifax strike first. The second half. What a start. Brilliant play. Up the hill in Matt's not. As Jack Hansen, Super Jackie Hansen, goes in for his 5th try of the season to equalise for Halifax. And underneath the post, gives himself the perfect opportunity to take the lead. They shifted the ball right really well, and Ben Crooks back into the team, playing with such confidence. Got on the outside shoulder of Glover and made the break, getting back on the inside to Hansen, and Hansen made the most of the Featherstone man slipping over. Oh, he bumped off Wynn, did Crooks. Brilliant play. Perfect time pass to Hansen, who did it under the post. They're delighted, those Halifax fans behind the posts. Perfect start as Hansen turns the 4 into 6. And after 3 minutes here in the second half, it's Featherstone Rovers 14, Halifax Panthers 16. Brilliant start. Oh, can Halifax back this up? Hard. Hampshire with a kick. Collected. And Cowan off the back fence again. Brilliant contact there for the Saints youngster. O'Brien waits a dummy half. Finds Nofaluma, short ball to Fairbank. Nofaluma is buzzing. He's everywhere. He's pointing, he's telling players where to go. Showing all his experience. Here's Saltonstall. Glide into the tackle. Thought about the pass for a second, but takes his tackle 32 metres away from his own line. O'Brien goes the blind side to Tangata. And again, decent forward kick line. As Fax work the way towards halfway. Nofaluma breaking late. And O'Brien again, the referee is just not giving us any penalties for the second attempt from Featherstone. And it ruined all the momentum there for Halifax. Fairbank will play the ball just by halfway. Last one for Fax as Hansen puts it high and deep. Collected comfortably by Wynn, but it's a wall of blue and white in front of him. Well defended there. Inman, Fairbank. And Cowan there, testing the patience, referee once more. Gale drives it in, but well put down by Cowan and O'Brien. And Cowan does well from Marker. Brilliant defensive work there as Featherstone trying to get a roll on here. Aikens finds Wild just shy of halfway. Tackle coming in from Inman. Jones goes to Reynolds, out the back to Aikens. Boys in motion for Fav. Oh, sees he goes backwards to Crooks. And Crooks is away, but the referee's going to give a knock on, obviously. Obviously, he's going to give a knock on. You'll see it every game where the ball goes backwards and the referee rules a knock on. Tibbs did well to originally read it, and the ball goes backwards. The ball goes 2 yards backwards and bounces forward, and the referees ruled a knock on because Crooks was away for the try. And I genuinely make that Halifax's first error of the game. As Nolan Tapia is getting ready to come onto the field, as Featherstone from the scrum, 35 metres out of Halifax's line. Gets away, and brilliant tackle coming in for Nofaluma on Aikens there. To say he's buzzing about his Nofaluma. Wild. Put down by McCarron and Inman. Jones goes left. Reynolds says something inside. Oh, Nofaluma got that all wrong. I think he'll get a yellow card. It's certainly an high tackle. He wasn't malicious or anything. He just got beaten by the step from Reynolds. But Nofaluma's in trouble here. I think he's going to be a card here at the very, very least. Featherstone players rushing in, trying to start something that wasn't there. The most important thing is Ben Reynolds is okay. But I think Nofaluma could be spending some time on the sidelines here. Hopefully it's just the yellow. But yeah, Reynolds is okay, that's good, because it was a high tackle. One or two genuine penalties has been this game. It's called Crooks along with him as well. And the referee's been very lenient. Whoa! Just a warning, wow. Well, I am very, very surprised. Every single game you see this season, you would see at least a yellow card for that. So, David Nuffaluma can count himself to be a very, very lucky boy. Direct contact to the head, just seen on the replay. So the referee, massive leniency there. And Featherstone, through Reynolds, who may well just got the stars out of his eyes, is going to go for goal to tie this game up. I said Nuffaluma was buzzing. He needs to calm down the buzz a little bit too much, given that. And Nuffaluma is getting the rounds of the kitchen from those Featherstone fans behind the post. And certainly, all those years at Leichhardt Oval, you find yourself at Post Office Road. As Reynolds gets a kick at goal, goes through the posts. So we're all tied up here. 16 points apiece. As Nolan Tapia comes onto the field for Leon Cowan, who's had a great game. Really good game, Leon Cowan. And the referee calling time off. I'm not too sure what's going on here. He's gone off the field for something. I don't think anyone knows what this referee's doing at the moment. He's just stopped the clock, run off the field to the tunnel bit. Now he's come back. He's talking to Adam O'Brien and Jacob Fairbank. There's lots of gesturing and signalling, none of which is making sense. And nothing's changed. We'll just get back going again. Hansen gets us back underway. Long deep kick off. Oh, I don't. Again, it looked like the Featherstone player caught it dead, but again, referee, no indecision there. Gale coming down the hill, but great tackle coming in from McCarron. Held out by O'Brien as well. Tangata shoots out the line for Hardcastle. Held out by McCarron once more. Jones finds Moran, good contact there from Fairbank. Held out by Inman. Featherstone 35 metres out from their own line. Aikens shines in from full back, but it's a great tackle coming in from McCarron again. Last one for Fev, just out halfway. Hampshire measures the kick towards the corner. He bounces straight up. Is he going to go out and touch? Nuffaluma lets it go. Decent kick from Ryan Hampshire. The Halifax will have to play the ball 10 metres out from their own line, centre field. And you'll be able to tell Nuffaluma gets the ball now with the amount of boos that are going to come. Is it Saltonstall or Nuffaluma going to get the ball here? Nope, it's Saltonstall. He's safe from the Featherstone fans, but he gets pushed back. O'Brien finds Tapia fresh onto the field. O'Brien goes blind. Good footwork from Tibbs, gets the ball out to Crooks. Crooks gets back towards centre field, trying to spy a gap, but great tackle coming in from Jones. As Halifax trying many different ways to make their way upfield, still 25 metres out, as Inman kicks the ball downfield. Grubbers it more than not. But chases his own kick upfield, as Akins collects. Beats Inman, but O'Brien and Tapia there. As Featherstone will start a set, 5 metres shy of halfway. Don't think that kick came off as it should have done for Inman. As Hardcastle with some great yards downfield. Goes past Halifax's 40 metres. Reynolds drops it off for Wild. Stopped by 3 fast men in the shape of Hanson, Inman and Fairbank. Jones finds Hampshire, sets on the gas, finds Reynolds, onto Aikens. Long ball out for Gale. Gale takes on with Bernal, bounces him off, but Tangata there to finish off the tackle. Here's Reynolds, finds Hampshire, drops it off for Moran, takes on Fairbank, drops down low, so Inman and McCann finish off the tackle. Last tackle for Fair, 10 metres out. Goes left, Hampshire, short ball to Wild. Wild trying to push his way through. Desperate defence for Halifax, keep him out. Well, Fair will turn the ball over a metre away from Halifax's line. As they win the territory battle at the moment. Inman, nice idea from that kick, we just got it all wrong. There's Nofaluma at dummy half. Short ball to Crooks, who'll try and take the ball out for Halifax. And this Featherstone defence is very quick upfield. Here's Saltonstall. Good yards from Salty. Takes Halifax 20 metres away from their own line. O'Brien again wanting a penalty. Here's Tapia. Well marshalled by the Fev defence. O'Brien finds Fairbank. Kill the ball to Bernal. Long ball to Tangata. Finds himself on the left wing here. Gets back on the inside, Tangata. Great yards there. Quick play the ball too. Nofaluma in the dummy half. Looking to counter-attack. Halifax playing with a bit of roll on here. Last tackle 35 metres away from Featherstone line. O'Brien finds Wood Bernal. Wood Bernal puts it high up towards the corner. Too deep for the chasers. Great chase there from Wood Bernal. Had to be. Can Halifax keep this Featherstone attack at bay? Gale well marshalled by O'Brien and McCarran. Here's Becky, who hadn't had the rest of the thing yet. Brilliant tackle coming in there. Down low from who else? Tom Inman. Here's Reynolds. Early ball to Win off his wing. Dealt with by Tapia, Hanson and Crooks. Reynolds kicking early on the 40, looking for a 40-20. Oh, and he bounces just the wrong way. Tibbs collects. Infield. Hanson finds Nofaluma. Footwork at the line. Hop, skip and a jump. As Jacob Fairbank comes off the field to replace by Brandon Douglas. Great stint there from Bobby. Looks like he don't want to come off though. Saltonstall makes his way upfield. Past the 40 metre line. O'Brien waits a dummy half. Comes left to Bernal. Lovely ball there to McCarran. Oh, great tackle winning from Hardcastle. Had to be. Halifax can go blind. Yeah, oh, he goes to Douglas. But Douglas makes the half break upfield. Halifax making plenty of yards in this midfield. O'Brien goes back to Hanson. Hanson. Crossfield kick back to that right hand side for Crooks and Tibbs. Win collects. Brilliant tackle there. Oh, but the referee rules it's offside, of course. All I can hear from the touchline from Halifax below me is discipline. And if Halifax were caught offside from just a simple kick there, then it is daft. Not that deep a penalty kick for Featherstone though. They'll only start on their own 35. Here's Webb, who's run strong all game for Featherstone, but stopped there by Crooks and Tapia. Here's Vuniyayawa back onto the field. Jones, long ball to Reynolds, takes it to the line, short ball to Wild. Well marshalled there by Crooks and Tapia. Fev stacking that left hand side, they've got men as well. Sure, that's a forward pass to Win. Again, the officials can't see it. Win comes back on the inside. Stopped by Hanson, I think it was there. No, Ben Tibbs. Fev with a roll on, Reynolds takes it to the line. Out of the back to Hardcastle, short ball to Day. What a tackle coming in. Oh, but he's rolled over and scored. I thought that was an amazing try-saving tackle from Johnson, but Brad Day has rolled over to regain the lead. After a quarter of an hour of this second half. And again, forward pass goes missing. Not seen by the officials, but it comes from Halifax getting caught offside. So the penalty count I make it now is 7-1 to Featherstone. And Ben Reynolds has a more routine conversion attempt of the evening for him to make it 5 from 5 and put a 6-point gap between us and them. Ten metres out, 5 metres to the right hand side of this post, and straight through the post. Still plenty of time for Halifax to come back. 25 minutes there or thereabouts. But like I said before, just discipline. Halifax have just got to sort of discipline out. Quite out the penalties. And we're winning this game. Hands for the kickoff again. Collected by Hampshire onto Vuniyayawa, who runs centre field. Tries to bump off O'Brien, but comes back for more. It was a brilliant tackle downstairs from McCarron. Wild. Good yards there, put down by Douglas and O'Brien. As Fev looking to make use of this hill. As Beckett again. What a game he's had, Jimmy Beckett. And I say I don't think he's been spelled at all. Here's Vuniyayawa. Finds Hampshire. Out of the back to Aikens. Early ball to Hardcastle. Sets back on the inside. Woodburn all does well. As Fev looking to attack this blind side. Aikens sets back on the inside. Well dealt with by Woodburn all, but gets the offload away. Hampshire looking to spy a gap in midfield. Will just get stopped by Douglas and Inman. Last one for Fev. Jones finds Reynolds, chips over to the corner, claimed by Crooks, brilliantly taken by Crooks, and takes his tackle 10 metres away from his own line. Here's Tibbs with the head of steam. Great run there by Tibbs. Can he get a quick play of the ball? He can. Here's Saltonstall. Good yards coming up from Halifax here. Coming on towards their own 30 and 2 quick tackles. Inman, long ball to Woodburn Hall. Woodburn Hall just behind the gap. He gets the half break. Oh! Dane Hardcastle with a tackle. Quick play the ball. Inman scoots out from dummy half. Early ball to Douglas. Will take Halifax past halfway. Last one for the Panthers. Inman goes back to Hansen. Hansen puts a high, spiraling bomb up, travelling here, there and everywhere. Aikens spills the ball, but keeps hold as Calcott, fresh onto the field, makes the tackle. Yeah, I'm just trying to work out who Calcott's come on for. Looks like it might be McCarron, but I'm not too sure. Meanwhile, play goes on. Hardcastle meeting the hard end of it. Tangata shoulder. Here's Reynolds. Drops off Vuniyayawa. Great tackle in from Douglas. And to Payer. Hampshire takes it to the line. Drops off Beckett. And Beckett stopped by 3 Panthers defenders. O'Brien, Tangata and Douglas. On the last one for Fev. Goes back to Hampshire. Hampshire puts that bum up. Saltonstall underneath, collects it comfortably. Look on the inside, Day looks to be going high there, but of course the referee not giving a penalty there. Scrappy play the ball. Woodburn Hall takes it himself and dummy half, such as was the scrappiness. As Halifax losing the way a little bit going forward. O'Brien, long ball to Nofaluma trying to power his way through the Featherstone defence. Still going Nofaluma. There's 3 men on him, he's still going towards the 40-metre line. Here's Douglas. Comes towards centre field, gets the offload away, but he goes straight to the hands of Connor Jones. Oh, and Halifax is just too pedestrian at the moment. Here's Vuniyayawa. Both sides tiring this heat, but Connor Jones, like a thief in the night, just picking up the offload. There he goes again from dummy half. Important tackle coming in there from Tapia, ball and all tackle. There's Featherstone 15 metres away from this Halifax line. Hampshire drops off for Beckett, takes on Calcott. Alongside Tapia. We'll put him down. Douglas makes way. Featherstone less than 10 out from the line. Jones waits, goes centre field, finds Hampshire going towards the right. Out the back to Akins, here's Gale, and Gale's going to go in. And Gale acrobatically scores his second try of the evening, and is that the sucker punch that Featherstone need? Just coming up to less than 20 minutes to go. Featherstone take advantage of tiring Halifax defence. And Gareth Gale evaded the Halifax tackler with an acrobatic dive in the corner to put Featherstone at least 2 scores ahead. But still, plenty of time left. 18.5 minutes, according to the scoreboard stopwatch. And Reynolds is right tight on this touchline here. 22 metres out from the try line and a metre in from touch. On this right hand side, so the worst possible angle for a right footed kicker. We're saying not a drop of wind in the building at the moment. Here he comes, strikes it well, but I think he's pulled it to the right hand side. He has. First blemish of the night for Ben Reynolds. So he gives Halifax a little bit more hope. At 26-16. With 17.5 minutes to go. I think Halifax needs to get the ball to Alfie Johnson. I don't think he's had a touch ball this game as Johnson. Hanson with the kick-off. More drilled, lower side, but still collected by Hampshire. Here's Vuniyayawa. Takes on Calcott. Featherstone players going for a high tackle, but the referee rules not. Tapia and Douglas involved in the tackle once more on Gale. Halifax simply have got to score next if there's any chance of winning this game, as Addy comes back onto the field and back into the action. Stopped by O'Brien and Tangata. Jones fizzing a dummy half. Hampshire, great short ball to Day. Day put down by Johnston Woodburn Hall. Jones, short ball to Wakins. Well dealt with by Douglas and O'Brien. Last one for Featherstone, 10 metres inside the Halifax half. And O'Brien was taken out by Addy when he looked to try and chase the ball. Nofaluma collects from fullback. And he gets pulled towards his own try line. Nofaluma actually done quite well. He's even up the angle a little bit. Here's Saltonstall. Oh, that looked to be an high tackle there, surely. How's that not a penalty? And Saltonstall gets off the field in disbelief that it's not a penalty. Play carries on. Johnson has the ball. Inman finds Hanson. Onto Nofaluma. Takes on Glover, still going off the loop. Oh, sure, that's another right tackle, but free again. Here's Inman, centre field, finds with Bernal, on to Tangata. Tangata tries to go on the outside, gets there. Here's Johnson. Johnson slows down and speeds back up, finds Saltonstall. Saltonstall tries to be dragged out in touch, which he has done. Brilliant defence there, coming in from Featherstone. As James Saltonstall just couldn't get to ground. And Halifax still haven't got a penalty from the first half. And 1 penalty all game, I make it. And Featherstone have had 8. And there were 2 massive hits there. I think the second one was just a big hit, but the one on Saltonstall was just one of the most obvious ones you'll see. And I try and be impartial, but it's hard sometimes. Anyway, play resumes. Hardcastle takes on O'Brien, Douglas and Calcott, who put him down. Here's Addy, finds Reynolds. Nice to a drop off. Glover on the second pump. Will take Rovers past halfway. Hansen, Inman, and to pay with a tackle. Jones finds Addy, who goes direct this time. Still going Danny Addy. Put down by O'Brien. Here's Hampshire. Throws a dummy. Well, Calcott wasn't buying it. Held out by Douglas there too. Jones goes centre field to Addy. Short ball to Vuniyayawa. Vuniyayawa trying to power through, but takes 3 Panthers defenders to put him down. Last one. Jones goes left. They stack them in left. He goes back on the inside to Reynolds. Further on to Aikens. Finds Addy. Featherstone just standing and passing the line here. Hampshire brings on Hardcastle. And Halifax will just wrap him up, and that's the end of the set. Poor end to the set there from Featherstone. They just completely lost the way there, Featherstone. Now, big opportunity now for Fax. Here's Saltonstall. And no, the referee's not blown for a penalty. It's because the play of the ball wasn't just quite right. Finally, we'll get back underway as Woodburn Hall close to the ruck. High tackle away! There's a penalty! Halifax have got a penalty! Ring the bells! Fire the beacons! Halifax have got a penalty. I don't know if it was an high tackle offside, who cares? But Halifax have got their second penalty of the game after 68 minutes as Johnson takes the ball from the penalty. Strong run. We'll find halfway. Well, he goes down after that penalty. That tackle does Johnson. Meanwhile, Woodburn Hall throws a nice dummy. Still going Woodburn Hall. And Johnson stayed down after that tackle. The physio, Nick Taylor, on the field. Here's Job, fresh onto the field. Not too sure who for. Here's Calcott. Takes on Vuniyayawa, who flies into the tackle. Halifax, 25 metres out of the Fev line. O'Brien finds Inman. Out of the back to Woodburn Hall. Brings on Tangata on the angle. Great tackle coming in from Connor Jones, who really has turned this game for Featherstone. O'Brien finds Hansen. Crossfield kick. Oh, he's play on. The referee. Oh, why aren't the Halifax players tackling him? Oh, that's just schoolboy error from Halifax. Crooks and Tibbs kind of whip caught at the ball, and Crooks and Tibbs thought he defused the bomb, but the referee ruled play on and left him go. Oh, how important could that be as Alfie Johnson limps off below me to be replaced by Owen McCarron. Here's Springer fresh onto the field. Big run coming in, but well dealt with by Inman. And McCarron has the audacity to ask for a penalty to Springer as well. Last one for Fev, just inside the Halifax half after Jones steals a few metres. Hampshire puts it high. No real pressure on Nofaluma. Collects comfortably. Surveys his option. Trying to go wide. Nofaluma gets the ball out to Woodburn Hall on this left wing. Steps back on the inside. Woodburn Hall. Oh, and he's caught in the turf. Oh no, this doesn't look good. You could just see and hear him cry out in pain, Woodburn Hall. Just twisting in the tackle. And it's one of those where it's his ankle or his knee with the weight of the defender on him. Let's say physio Nick Taylor sprinted straight onto the field. Hopefully it's not as bad as what it first looked like, but he does not look comfortable at all. It's not the usual kind of big hit that Woodburn Hall sometimes stays down for, but it's just completely innocuous. And it looks like it's the ankle. And it does not look good at all. You can just see his head's in his hands, he's in a world of bother. And after Alfie Johnson limped off a couple of minutes ago, Halifax are losing troops by the minute here. It could be a very expensive game here tonight at the Millennium Stadium in more ways than one. He's on his feet, he's not needing a stretcher, but he's not putting any weight on that left ankle. And again, he's hobbling off the field. It does not look good at all. And the referee's calling the two captains over. I don't think there is anything in it. I think he's going to put on report just in case. There was nothing in that at all. I think it's going to be a potential hip drop tackle, which it could be. It didn't look bad to me, but I'm not an expert at these things. Now play will resume. Halifax 25 metres away from their own line. Here's Job. Big hit coming in from Brad Day. Just fell out to the defence. He's really quick off the mark. And Job doesn't know where he is at the moment. He's come off second best there. He doesn't look good at all. But Maxime Job here as Saltonstall takes the ball on. Here's Inman. Finds Hansen. Lovely dummy there. Long ball out. Oh, McCarron just tosses it backwards with no real vision. Tibbs dives on it. Crooks. On ball to Hansen. Inman. Oh, and that's got to be an high tackle. Surely. He's missed another one. Oh, finally he gives it. Finally he gives it. And he's not even giving it for the high tackle. He's giving it for a second go on the floor. This is becoming comical. Hansen with the penalty. Brilliant kick it is as well. Good 35 metres there from the kick. And Crooks taps and goes straight away. The referee's not going to let him go, obviously. Can't have that. The restarts need to be perfect. It is now. Again, Halifax loses a little bit of momentum. Calcott tries to driven back by his ex-teammate Springer, but does well. Eventually playing the ball. O'Brien jumps down from dummy half, spies a gap. Springer again. It's blimey, we've got 2 penalties in a minute. Blimey O'Reilly, like I said before, he's going to try and even this penalty count up. 3 penalties in around about 3 or 4 minutes here. I'm going to get a nosebleed in a minute, folks. And the referee speaking to Danny Addy and Gadwin Springer. Now less than 10 minutes to go, 9 minutes by the scoreboard clock. Halifax have got to score now, you feel, if they've got any chance of winning this game. Don't think he's going to kick to touch. I think Adam O'Brien's going to tap and go here. Short ball to Calcott. Will take on Addy. But they push him back 5 metres there. Great tackle by Addy and Bunny Ayawa. O'Brien short ball to Inman. Further on to Job. And then fans have the audacity of a corner forward pass. O'Brien, nice little dummy half. Here's Tangata. If anyone in this field on blue and white deserve a try, it's Adam Tangata. O'Brien surveys the option dummy half. Throw the dummy because the Featherstone defence was very quick up. Joe fills in the dummy half. Finds Hansen. Further on to Nofaluma. Oh, and the Featherstone man surely got to that first. It was a long ball. Crooks knocked on, but I'm sure the Featherstone man got to it first. I'm certain the Featherstone man got to it first. I don't think he's going to give it, but I'm certain the Featherstone man got to it first. Oh, maybe not. On second view, maybe not. And again, I only make that Halifax's second error really with the ball. Say ball in hand, we've looked good. It's just penalties. 7-4 don't look that bad, but it's where and when they've been given and at what times and whatnot. And again, it just seems this referee, Matty Lynn, that seems to cause all his problems from Bradford last year. And eventually get the ball from the scrum, it's Hardcastle. All action runner, bounces off the Tangata, goes back for more. Here's Springer. Good yards downfield, but Halifax defence marshalling well. Tangata again. Alongside O'Brien, Addy. Short ball to Bunny Ayawa. Good tackle down low by McCarron, helped out by Calcott. Jubb goes to Hardcastle. Runs across the line, throw the dummy, but great tackle there coming in from Tapia. Jubb finds Addy. Takes on Calcott. Calcott does well to wrap him up, puts him down. Last one for Fev, 10 metres inside the Halifax half. It goes to Hampshire. Hampshire just grubber it into touch. Featherstone not trying anymore as the scoreboard goes out of action now. So I've got no idea how long's left or anything. But I would reckon around about 8 minutes or so. And Halifax had to play the ball on their own 20. Oh no, the referee, we're moving him back a little bit. Can't be having that. Eventually, no, it's still going. I don't get why there needs to be 2-3 practices before we can get the game back underway. Here's Saltonstall. Wrapped up by 3 Fev defenders. Addy, Day and Jubb. Here's Tapia. Good running, but comfortably dealt with by the Fev defence. O'Brien going blind, but Halifax massively outnumbered on this near side now because Woodburn Hall's come off the field. O'Brien wanting a quick play the ball, gets it, finds Hansen. On to Inman, long ball out, sure that's a late tackle from Springer. Play carries on, I think the referee's going to come back for it. No, he isn't, is he? What's he doing? He is! Another penalty! Blimey, what's going on here? 4 penalties in the last 3-4 minutes. Get that penalty count evened up. Hansen. Oh, he's missed touches, Hansen. In trying to get decent territory, Jack Hansen has committed a cardinal sin and missed touch, and Featherstone get away with it. Connor Wynne takes Featherstone 35 metres away from the line. as the scoreboard comes back into life, showing 6 minutes to go. Oh, and Ben Crooks gives away a penalty, which in the grand scheme of things is soft, but it's still a penalty. And if Ben Crooks is giving away soft penalties like that, then it's just epidemic through the side. As Adam O'Brien gets some running repairs. And you would think Featherstone would just see this game out now. 4 minutes to go by the scoreboard. The penalty will take them 10 metres inside Halifax's half.
Today's Featherstone Rovers and man of the match goes to Featherstone number 10, Jimmy Beckett.
Here's Springer from the penalty. Well dealt with there by Inman, who's worked overtime for Halifax tonight. Addy, short ball to Vuniyawa. Again, Inman involved. O'Brien downstairs, Calcutt up top. Jubb fires it to Reynolds, chip over the top for Aikens. There's no one home. It's going to be a penalty here. And Calcutt really should see 10 minutes there. It was an obvious shepherd off the ball. Halifax, I think, out of subs and out of fit bodies to bring on. Playing without a fullback. Nofaluma in the attacking line, and Featherstone are going to twist the knife a little bit here by going for goal. And it's Ben Reynolds 10 metres out underneath the posts. As Halifax players behind the posts, just left thinking what might have been. Not for the discipline. They're saying in terms of discipline with the ball, we've hardly done anything wrong, hardly any mistakes or anything like that. It's just the penalties that have been given away. As Reynolds, from 12 metres out, just the side of the left-hand post, will go through his routine. Converted his 6th goal of the evening. And make it 28 points to 16. There's going to be Nofaluma with a kick-off. Is it going to be a short kick-off? No, it's just a long kick-off there, but it's a lovely bounce. It goes out to touch. Wow. Inventive kick-off there from David Nofaluma. Absolute wicked bounce. Goes out to the touch. But surely it's too little too late for Halifax now. They'll get to play the ball. Centre field, 15 metres out. But surely it's no more than a consolation score. Yeah, Halifax playing with 12 men at the moment. Obviously we're out of subs or fit bodies to bring on. As McCarron plays the ball, Hansen takes to the line, finds Inman out the back to Nofaluma, hands off one, hands off two, loses his footing at a crucial moment. 10 metres out from the line, O'Brien finds Inman, on to Hansen, further on to Crooks steps to the line, Structure, the ball goes back, and Featherstone are going to score here, unless Tibbs can chase back and get Glover. Oh, lucky Tibbs. And Featherstone really do twist the knife. Ben Crooks, who was obstructed by his own man, had the ball dislodged from his grasp, and it's James Glover who's gone over to really pour salt into the open wound of Halifax. With a 90-metre finish, Ben Tibbs, all credit to him, chased him back, just evaded him at the last. And unfortunately, it's another loss after such an encouraging performance in that point earned win this last week. It's another away defeat for Halifax. And after winning our first 7 games, I think it's 5 defeats in our last 7 games since then, if it's 14. As the hooter goes to signify time, but there's just enough time for Ben Reynolds to attempt to add 2 more points to the scoreboard. Wide out on that far touchline, strikes it well, but it's just sliced right from the right hand post, and that is the end of the game. After such an encouraging first half performance, Featherstone really powered away in that second half. Tries from Ben Tibbs and James Thompson in the first half, and Jack Hansen right at the start of the second half to give Halifax a 16-14 lead. But then Featherstone scored 18 unanswered points through Gareth Gale, Brad Dane, James Glover try, 3 goals from Ben Reynolds. But it's the injuries that could make this even more expensive. Owen McCarron came off injured but then came on. I don't think he's right. And more serious with James Woodburn Hall. Hopefully not as bad as first aid. But the end of this Friday night here at the Millennium Stadium at Post Office Road, the final score is Featherstone Rovers 32, Halifax Panthers 16.